Welcome to the Eagle Eye Podcast, the number one show to bring you all things Club America in English, from tactical analysis
Pelota para la banda izquierda.
to player updates. We've got you covered on all the latest news on Las Águilas. Now, let's start the show. This is the Eagle Eye Podcast.
All right, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of the Eagle Eye Podcast, coming to you live from the Fashion District here at the Football Boutique in our live watch party event for the Clasico de Mexico. And joining me alongside, it is none other than the founder of the Football Boutique himself, Mr. Anthony. Anthony, how are you, man?
I'm doing well, man. Thank you. I appreciate you having us. Looking forward to an exciting watch party.
Absolutely, and it's funny enough, I'm coming to you here as an Americanista, but you, on the other hand, are on the opposing team tonight.
Yes, definitely a Chivas fan here. Family is from Guadalajara, so we got a rep.
All right, well, you know what? It makes it a little bit more interesting, right? At the end of the day, it makes it nice and fun, and the rivalry continues. Ultimately, I wanted to give you just a minute here to kind of talk about your platform, the Football Boutique, just doing an amazing job here in Los Angeles. I know you guys just celebrated a year here opening the store. Just talk to me a little bit more about the Football Boutique and just kind of your experience from when it first started to where you are today.
Thank you for the introduction, man. And yeah, the Football Boutique started in 2020. Started as just like a retail store for like the smaller brands, the boutique brands, the creatives, the artists. And when I started, I was doing it like at parks with like a table and some chairs and an easy-up. Fast forward 5 years and we've got our own venue. We've got a space where we can watch games. We've got a space where you can shop. You can do events. We can throw FIFA parties and foosball tournaments. So quinceañera, if you have a soccer team quinceañera, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
No, man, that's absolutely amazing. Shout out to Ivan. He's here somewhere tonight, running around like crazy. He's kind of the middleman between both of us. He's the one that kind of put me on to you guys, and since the minute I saw that he was integrated into your guys' thing, I've kept an eye on you. And it's just sensational. I know you guys do just a lot of stuff covering the world of soccer, and primarily here in Los Angeles as well too, which is a great thing. I see you guys do whatever it is that you can to give back to the community, which is awesome, which is dope. So again, congratulations. It's been a 1 year anniversary since you guys started here in this shop, but it sounds like it's been a long journey, and let's hope that the journey continues even more.
Yeah, man, definitely. Thank you. It's been quite the journey. We can go a couple of hours just on the ups and downs of this business. We do give a lot back to the community. We have what we call Good Humans the last Sunday of every month here. So we'll gather, we'll put supplies together, hygienic supplies. We'll put food bags together, make sandwiches, and we'll deliver them to the people down the street that are less fortunate. So that's the last Sunday of every month. It's called Good Humans in collaboration with Immortals FC. And then the second Tuesday of every month, we do something called Offside Brew. So come in, chill, we got music, we got the games, we got coffee. It's just a time to hang out with your friends. We're actually doing it tomorrow. We'll also be celebrating Jen's birthday. So Jen is a little busy at the moment, but we'll be celebrating her birthday tomorrow too at the Offside Brew.
Absolutely amazing. Well, happy birthday, Jen, and it's awesome, man. It's so cool that you guys do all these things to kind of give back, and it just goes to show the testament of the people who are your cores, your values, and again, that's awesome. That's amazing, man. I guess let's talk about the game tonight, right? America versus Chivas. That's what people came for. That's what they want to know about. Just for you, growing up as a Chivas fan, what does this game mean to you? From your perspective, I want to hear from a Chivas man. What does this game mean? Is it the end-all, be-all for the season?
It is, man. That's, this is the game that we looked forward to. It was the bragging rights. You got to go to school the next day and, either hang your head up high or hang it low, man, based on the result. But yeah, you got to brag or you got teased the next day. So growing up, that was the game that we all had to watch. Uncle played for Tapatio, which is the reserves over at Chivas. So,
okay.
It was embedded in us. That's the game we watched. That's the team we followed. So, yeah, man, it's exciting to see it grow. It's exciting to see it, so popular in the States too. To have the Clasico de Mexico here in the States is, I think, a little special.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more, right? It is the game of the season. It's the one that everyone, at least, not just America fans or Chivas fans, but I think everybody in the league kind of sets a marker on their calendar, like, hey, it's the big game, right? And to have it back to back to back, the way that we're having it in this moment, right? 3 consecutive Clásicos. You guys got one up on us on Wednesday. We're trying to kind of get the comeback tonight and kind of finish it off as well next week. So a lot of America Chivas going around, but it's cool to hear from that perspective as well. And yeah, man, let's just hope for a really fun and eventful game, right?
Let me ask you this. Mm-hmm. If you had to win one and lose one, which one would you win, which one would you lose?
You know what? That's a perfect question because I would have preferred to have lost, because there's 2 games in Guadalajara, right? And I would have rather we lose the game on Wednesday, which we did, and win the game in the league on Saturday tonight, just because we're doing a watch party. I don't want all my Americanistas to go home a little bit sad,
Okay, I feel that. Cool.
Alrighty then. Well, again, thank you, man. I know you're a busy man. You got a lot of stuff going on, but thank you so much. And yeah, again, can't wait to hopefully do more of these in the future.
For sure, man. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Alright, then, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tony right there, Football Boutique. And then if I could request Mr. Fidel Martinez, if I can request him to come over here. He's making his way. Alright, let's go ahead. No, go ahead. Squeeze in this however you can.
I forgot there's a live video component of this.
Yeah, there is. Here's your mic, so the rest of the crew can hear you, and the internet will hear us from these lovely microphones. All right, well, Fidel, returning guest actually on the podcast, Mr. LA Times himself. How are you, my friend?
I'm good. I'm a little tired, sleep deprived. I just had a child. Well, I didn't have my child, but my partner had a child.
There were a lot of times there.
But I've been doing the night feeding, so sleep deprived. But I'm glad that I was able to sleep during the day so that I could be here tonight.
Absolutely, and I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart and from all of us here that you were able to make it. And congratulations as well.
Thank you.
I just had my kid not too long ago too, about a year ago, and I know how those night feeds can go. And then my girl's here, so she can attest to that. So yeah, no, congratulations, it's huge, and I'm really happy to have a fellow Americanista. And I know Dylan is probably just at home regretting that he can't be here, because you're Dylan's favorite, by the way.
Well, I appreciate it. Shout out to Dylan.
Shout out to Texas.
Yeah. So.
Absolutely. Well, man, I know that because of the child and because of everything going on, you haven't really been keeping up to date with America as much, but it doesn't really matter if you're into the season or not. This game always has a special flavor, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's been such a great 3 seasons lately, right? The Jardinera has been really wonderful to us, and it's been, I feel like we lost earlier this week, but to what you said earlier, if we're gonna lose one, I'd rather it be that one and then win these next 2. But yeah, exciting times. Thank you for the invite. This place is so cool.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Shout out again to the Football Boutique. They've been doing an amazing job, and yeah. We talked about these games in the podcast, and shout out to the goal-sided guys up in Northern California who were on the podcast earlier last week. And we spoke about, these games, the intensity, the rivalry. Do you think this is a factor? Having so many Clásicos back to back to back, in any way, does it wash it down?
I would say no, because they're Conca champions and they're Liga MX. If this was whatever that other tournament,
the League Cup?
That one, yeah, I would not care for that one. So yeah, if it was one of those, I'd be like, don't even bother. But these mean something, and CONCACAF is just it's fun to watch, So
yeah, I mean it is CONCACAF, right? At the end of the day. But yeah, I do think that the fact that it's different competitions, like you mentioned, everything holds weight at the end of the day. It's not like we're seeing each other in a friendly or anything like that. It's 3 points at the end of the day, and one step closer to getting to the final of the CONCACAF Champions Cup. So yeah, it all helps in one way or another to kind of justify that. Yeah, these games, even though they might seem like they come thick and fast, you definitely need to be 100% involved.
Oh yeah, and I think what's great about these matches, like Clasico, is that it doesn't matter where the teams are in the table. They always bring it. Obviously Chivas has been struggling for years now, which I personally enjoy deeply. And we're three campeones, right? But none of that's really gonna matter tonight. I feel like both teams are really gonna bring it out, and I don't know, it just means something, right? I just had a daughter, and I know that as she gets older, I'm gonna watch these games with her, just like I watched them with my dad, who passed away last year. He's the one who made me love the sport and this team so much. So it's like, it just means a lot. This is truly generational stuff, multi-generational.
And you're speaking truth, funny, my dad just passed by right now. It's a reality that some of this is kind of inherited in one way or another, right? Whether you're an Americanista, whether you're a Chivista, at the end of the day, there's sometimes roots in it embedded in family members and history and moments and all of that stuff. And these games, again, spark to life and bring back those memories. And it's kind of like, the beauty of it, being able to live in the past and being able to reminisce in it all before or after kickoff. So
yeah. No, I'm really looking forward to having a Club America go up 3-0 and then Chicharito score one goal and just go
yeah, like against San Luis, right?
Let him have that.
Yeah, why not? Let's give him
what else does he have?
A retiring part.
That and the Twitch stream.
Yeah, well, and the Kings League, let's not forget.
Oh, that's right.
You got the Kings League going on. Might be a little bit more focused on that. But no, yeah, you're right. I mean, a 3-0 victory would be absolutely amazing. Obviously, if we're talking about just the team and the way that they're going right now, the way that I saw it on Wednesday's game was that this team played it like it was just a scrimmage. They never really got out of third gear. They always felt like, we'll find a way to get a goal. It's not like this team's gonna one us. And funny enough, they did. But there was never that sense of urgency. And you can take that as a negative or a positive, but at the end of the day, I think that there is an opportunity to kind of make up for those past mistakes and showcase again why we are the dominant team and why we are where we are in this instance, right? And Ned, you spoke on it, has been doing such an amazing job, and I just hope that he can continue to instill that competitiveness in this team, even though, it's felt like we haven't really had much ins or outs.
Well, and, in a way, I feel like that loss is kind of good, right? Because it lights a fire under their butts to, they are the campeones. You're not supposed to lose these, and hopefully, it's enough for them to win today and the home stretch of the champions. So I don't know, it's really exciting, man. I've been watching the team this year, by myself. It's nice to be out in public and hopefully celebrate with people, because there's nothing worse than being at a watch party and just everybody is
just down
doom and gloom. Yeah,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, and that's why I said if there was one game I wanted us to win, it would definitely be this one tonight. But yeah, I'm lost for words as to what more we can speak about in this one. But yeah, it's great to be able to experience this, to be able to be in front of this crowd, and be able to hopefully host more events like this. And I don't know, man, it's just.
Yeah, shout out to Alexis for referring to me as Mr. 956.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Shout out to AJ, shout out to Chris, shout out to Dylan, and of course shout out to Christian, the guys that do a lot of the stuff and the work back home. And shout out to everybody here and everybody watching, all the Americanismo community that's helped the podcast get to where we are today. When people like you, who are Americanistas, are in media as well, and help us by coming out to the show or listening to us and spreading the word. Really, truly means a lot to us. We've been able to do a lot of cool things, and we continue to do a lot more stuff. So
yeah, man. No, and again, shout out to you for creating this space. I feel like it's really necessary, right? Obviously, Liga MX in English is a very tight community, and like you guys are part of that community and really foster the sense. I mean, like you guys make this happen, so it's truly like a unifying force, and it's just really great to be here.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for the kind words, and we continue to strive to hope and make all of you guys proud, because at the end of the day we do it not just for us, but for the millions of other Americanistas here in the States that deserve good coverage, that deserve a community to call their own, whether it's in English or Spanish, whatever you want to talk about it, but it's yours at the end of the day, and we're just kind of trying to pay the way forward.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, you have a kid, I have a kid, and like they're gonna watch. They're gonna be the next generation of America fan supporters.
Yeah.
And it's kind of nice to know that like these things really mean a lot. So yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I won't take up much more of your time. Thank you so much for making it out here, man. And again, congratulations, bro. There's nothing better in this world after a campeonato than having your child.
Yeah. Well, feeling blessed. But thanks for being my brother, and Vamos Águilas.
Vamos Águilas.
4-0, calling that.
Awesome. Alrighty then. And coming up next is my twin who helped me make this happen. It is none other than Ivan Hernandez from the Football Boutique, ladies and gentlemen.
What's good?
My brother, how are you?
I'm good, man. I'm excited you're here.
I'm excited to get
it's like a reunion,
Yeah.
In a way.
And these are rare. They only happen like maybe every 2 or 3 years.
But when we link, we do those things in the community.
And that's the coolest thing. I think last time we did something like this, and Fidel could attest to this, he just left, but we did a community match, right? When there was the All-Star game, and we were able to host something here.
And I think you had like a shutout, 16 saves.
Yeah, it's so crazy sad. Someone score wouldn't have posted them, but I'm telling you right now, they were crazy. But no, it was cool. It was dope. That event had a bunch of cool people. We had some of the members from the soccer hooligans. We had Jenna Munoz. We had people from Tulane. We had a lot of cool people that showed up there, and it's nice that when you hit me up about being able to do this, now we're able to do this here in your backyard and give love back to the community in that way.
Yeah, man. I think I have to make the correction though. I think the match was in my actual backyard in Pasadena.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Which that's a place that is near and dear to my heart. But yeah, man, having you here is awesome. I think that's a testament to what you've built with the podcast, what you've built. I think I was saying earlier, what you've built for American viewers in English. Right? It's obviously we're like a very niche market, a very not your everyday Liga MX fan. But I mean, we ride hard for the yellow and blue regardless. Right?
Absolutely.
So the fact that you're here, the fact that we're doing this, the fact that we have over 140 RSVPs is beautiful, and that's what this space is for, bro. It's just to really create a safe space where the community can come out and catch games, right, without having to go to wherever and be like, can you put the game on? And nah, because we're watching golf.
Yeah, that's the worst thing. I used to hate going to Beatles and trying to watch a CONCACAF Champions game for America, and it's like, oh, can you put it on? It's like on Univision, and they're like, no, we got the horse race going on. I'm like, no one's watching this.
Yeah, and if they are, they're probably at the racetrack.
Yeah, absolutely. But no, man, thank you again for the kind words. And like I said, everyone does their part, not just me. All of you who come out, all of you who listen to us, all of you who are RSVP. Talking about the RSVPs, over 140 RSVPs. But in true Mexican fashion, majority are probably still making their way in.
The pregame got them.
Yeah.
The pregame.
The pregame. But, you know what? I've known you for years, man. But I've never asked you this question. How did your Club America roots begin?
Okay, that's a good question. So, I came from Mexico, and my mom is a Pumas fan. And she only comes out repping los gatitos when they play America. Because America's everybody's puppy, bro. Right?
Of course.
Right? America versus any other team, that's their biggest game. We are everybody in the league's biggest game. That's
Absolutely.
true. But my dad was a America fan, and so, you know, in the generation of growing up and seeing like Qual at his prime, before his prime, it's just like, bro, how do you not become a fan of that, right?
Yeah, no, of course.
It's you're watching a guy literally just mesmerize the own players he's playing against.
Yeah.
And so being on this side of the screen and watching that, it's captivating. And I mean, to be honest, that's how I became a fan of the other team I support, right? It was a generational player that was killing it, and you tune in to watch them, and then before you know it, you are rocking the colors, and before you know it, you live long enough to see them move on or get traded or get sold or get retired, but your allegiance for some reason stays.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I don't know how to describe that, but I'm sure everyone understands that.
Absolutely. Everybody would understand it. And I think that's how a lot of us feel, not just about America, but you mentioned every other team that we could potentially try to, correlate with. But that's great, man. Awesome. I'm glad to have heard that in person live and on the podcast. Now I got this for recordings for future sakes.
No blackmail.
No, of course. Let's talk about this game. Let's talk about what's going to happen in about 30 minutes from now. What do you expect to see from this America side? What do you want them to do in this matchup? I talked to you in regards to the game prior. I felt them, they were very much, not overconfident, but I do want to say that they felt like they didn't necessarily need to get out a second or third. Do you think that we see a much different intensity tonight?
It's tough, right? Because obviously, when you have this many Clasicos back to back, at some point in the 10-day period, because I think it's like 4 days and 10 days or something, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna see the level drop, or you're gonna see rotation, or you're gonna see something that doesn't feel like one of the teams didn't play to the best capacity. And I'm hoping that that's what we saw midweek, and tonight America's gonna come out to that spaceship of a stadium and just, wheels blazing and ready to get it. I think that there's no reason why. I mean, they can, we have a fantastic team. We have a very solid, line by line. And I think that if everybody locks in, I don't see why they can't still slip up a goals tonight and get the shutout.
I like it. I absolutely like it. And I'm looking at the starting 11 here, man. Let me just read it out here, because I'm thinking this is crazy if I'm reading this correctly. You spoke about rotations?
Yes, sir.
Well,
I had not seen the lineup, just to be clear.
Yeah, there's no more bigger night of rotations than today. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll read off the lineup as we go. In goal, this will tell you right away, in goal, Rodolfo Cota. All right, starting center back, Israel Reyes and Nestor Araujo. Oh Lord, please help me. Christian Calderon and Miguel Vasquez will be helping out in the defense as well. Diego Valdez, Alan Cervantes, Chiquito Sanchez will make up the midfield, while Victor Davila, Chamairo Del Russo, and Rodrigo Aguirre make up the forward line. I thought this was a mistake when I was reading this, Ivan. He put the whole bench out there.
Mind games?
I mean, in Jardine we trust, but that is one heck of a lineup, man. I did not expect any of this at all.
So okay, let me pose the question. So, to you, does this say that we are prioritizing the CONCACAF champions over our domestic league right now?
Absolutely. But you know what it also says? To me, it says, I have enough on my bench to give you a game and maybe even walk away with a victory.
I mean, yeah, but I think like okay, like we're sitting in second, granted, half the table yet to play, and if you were to drop points tonight, it's not the end of the world.
Absolutely no.
And beyond the pride and beyond getting it away, you really don't have anything to lose.
Absolutely.
Right? This isn't we're not even having the torneo. So if they are playing it safe, if they are looking to rest some of the starters for traveling this midweek, I don't know. I don't really mind it. I think it's just, I mean, again, when you have this many Clasicos in a short amount of time, you're going to have to make decisions at some time that maybe don't lend themselves to the caliber that we as fans want to see in the Clasico.
Yeah.
And with that, I think that, yeah, with being down 1-0 midweek, going into an elimination game next week, it makes sense to give the starters a little bit of a time off.
Yeah, and you know what? I think we finally got the answer that a lot of us were posing, which was, what's going to take priority at the end of the day? Was it going to be the league or was it going to be CONCACAF Champions Cup? And I think we got our answer tonight.
Yeah, hands down. And I think that, again, like from a managerial standpoint, you have to make choices. You have to literally place priority in something, even though they'll never say it, even though they'll always diplomatically say that no, that every game is important, we take one game at a time. But the reality is, when you play we have such a big turnaround, guys need rest. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. Regardless of the lineup, though, I don't think it changes my desire to have a 2-0 dub.
Yeah, no, same.
I think that it's more than achievable, and I'm curious to actually see the rivals lineup.
I think they came out. Let me see. I'm looking at it right here too. I mean, yeah, they came out with their full starters as well. Yeah, they came out strong. So,
Does Chicharito score?
no, I don't think he'd be lucky to see minutes in this game.
He's starting.
Oh, he is?
He's starting.
I didn't see him.
We probably won't see him on the field either.
Probably. I didn't see 14. Oh yeah, you're right. He's right there. Never mind. No, I don't think he does. He's more of a waste of space than an actual player.
You know, for the player that he was to the selection, it really gives me to see the decline. I know this isn't a trade podcast or that team podcast, but I just think like you have to pay respect for what they do, right? And
Yeah.
he is 43. He's a legendary footballer, and it's funny because the blue team we always say you have to lose the football before the football leaves you.
Yeah.
Right? As you start to get into the older years, maybe come off the injuries, it's like, again, you have a choice to make. Do you want to go out playing at your best capacity, or do you kind of want to just fall off?
I agree. It's a tough choice to make at the end of the day, right? No one wants to say I'm done, but by the time you have to look at yourself in the mirror and say, truth is true. So, alrighty then. Well, it should be an interesting game, man. It should be an interesting game. At the end of the day, I'm hoping and hopeful that this is still going to be a good outcome for us tonight.
Absolutely. So, we have 9 predictions. What's yours?
I'm going, you know what? I'm going 2-1. I think we can nick a late goal, we can get it back, and, rain on their parade, because they need the 3 points. They desperately need 3 points. And we can spare them, but I'd rather we take them all.
Yeah, man. So, true to the days that I was on the podcast before, are you betting the house?
You know what? For Christian's sake, we're betting the house. We're betting the house on this one. America. There you go. Bet the house, Christian. America, 2-1. Even with the rotations, we still win.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. Well, I want to just thank you for your time, man. Thank you for everything, and we'll wrap it up here pretty much soon. But again, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was Ivan from the Football Boutique. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Alrighty, now it's just me here to kind of wrap it up and give my final thoughts. But yeah, you know what? Yeah. Let's see. If anybody in the crowd right now wants to come over here and maybe give a word or two about these games and that wants to be on the podcast just briefly, come on up. I'd love to have you guys. So, while anybody makes a daring attempt to come over here, in the meantime, I'll just kind of ramble on and see if anybody comes over here to talk America with me. Yeah, it's crazy the lineup, but we just confirmed that Jardine is willing to, make all those substitutions. But all right, looks like we got our first person to come in. And the DJ himself tonight.
What's up?
How are you, brother?
Good, brother.
Thank you for playing, man. You were throwing all the bops right before the podcast started.
We still got another set, so.
I know. I'm excited to hear what you got going, man. How did you get into DJ?
Well, we've been doing it for a couple years now, 4 years. My dad did it before me, doing like continued different parties. But yeah, I got home to during COVID. We were all at home, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But yeah, nothing has since. It's dying here. So I'm just thankful for the opportunity. Thankful for you. Thankful for telling me. Thankful for Ivan. Thank you for the football team. And it's a pleasure being here.
Well, I'm glad to have you on, man. I'm glad that we can sit here and talk a little bit. Talk to me about that from that perspective. I mean, America Chivas, what do you expect from this one? And do you have a side that you're rooting for?
I don't have a side, to be honest. I think, it's tiring now, being tired, so I think when it's the second round, it's the second leg, it could go either way. And in a tournament, it could always go either way. It could be whoever's best on the line. And we're ready to take on the role for that. And it's a big game. It's a rivalry. It doesn't matter the day. It doesn't matter what time it is. It's a rivalry at the end of the day.
Yeah, and rivalry sparks something beautiful at the end of the day, which is going to be hopefully a game that most of us will remember. And it's going to be an interesting one, right? When we speak about so many of these back-to-back matches, how much can that affect in the mindset of not just the fans, but also the players having to face their rivals in so much, it's such a short period of time, so many days. You feel like you can't really show your true hand, right? You have to keep yourself kind of close to the chest. So yeah, I'm hopefully, like you mentioned, it's a good matchup. This rivalry comes to fruition and we get to have a good matchup that everybody here tonight will be able to enjoy and walk away satisfied with.
Yeah, you see a lot of teams nowadays, whether it's Europe, whether it's North America, South America, Central, having games each couple, 3 days. I mean, you're not having that much time to train, you're not having that much time to recover. I think, me personally, when I used to play back in the day, it affected my knees. I got surgery and everything, so.
Ouch.
I mean, it sucks, but I guess it's part of the job nowadays. It's really, you have to respect as a player. And that's where I heard about the line where that rotation happening right now. You have to have players that need to step up. You need players that are going to take on the role and be okay. I haven't played that long, but today's the day, and I'm doing the best of it.
Yeah, somebody just needs to be hungry, right? And somebody's going to need to go out there and demonstrate that they want that first, that starting 11 role. There's a couple of names on there. The biggest one being Diego Valdez. He's getting his shot. He's getting his opportunity. I think that's one player that I'm looking at personally to be the game changer, to say, you know what? This is my time. I'm not going anywhere. There's a reason why I'm the number 10, and we'll see whether or not he steps up to the plate. But you're right. I mean, you mentioned it. These players have to have a chip on their shoulder and be willing to go out there and make the best out of their opportunity.
Yeah. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
No, thank you, man, and thank you for everything that you've been doing to kind of keep the party going. And ladies and gentlemen, DJ JP.
Thank you.
All right, man. Thank you. Anybody else wants to come over here and talk for a moment? You guys can. Before I wrap it up here, as we're getting closer to kickoff. But if no one does come, and we do come to the end of the podcast here, I do want to first of all appreciate. Oh well, it looks like we're gonna do a raffle.
The winner of the raffle has to sit down and talk.
And the winner of the raffle has to sit here and talk as well. I like it. It's smart, man. There's a reason why they pay the big bucks in the marketing department here, man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have our first raffle giveaway, courtesy of the Football Boutique. And I'm going to be drawing their name. It's a cool shirt, cool jersey, excuse me. And we do have a very lucky winner. So everybody, and I mean everybody, grab your tickets, get ready, because the winner of the first giveaway tonight is number 862051. Who won? All right. Who won? Come on over here. Don't be shy.
Where is it? Who is it?
I don't know. They're sitting down. Are they coming?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Check it and verify.
Yeah, I will verify right now. No worries. And we have our winner. There we go. You got like 12 tickets though, so look, I mean,
Win all night. That's
probably. Let's see which one is it.
Verify this one, quick, sir.
Let's verify this real quickly. 862051. Congratulations, you are the lucky winner of the Football Boutiques Mexico jersey. So let's say we want to talk to the podcast, but off camera, I just want you to give us your prediction for tonight. 2-1 America. All right. Thank you. This is our first lucky winner, ladies and gentlemen, and we have a lot more prizes coming out tonight. And yeah, the grand prize is the last Nike Blue America jersey that we have for at least the next 5 years, but I promise you it's going to be a lot longer than that. Adidas is not going to let us do it just so easily. And also, shout out to the Football Boutique. They're making some dope jerseys if you guys haven't seen them. It's a shirt actually, but look at this, man. Super clean, super dope, and I love it. So come on down. Anyone else before they want to wrap it up here? And ¿alguien en español que quiere pasar? Hablamos los dos idiomas. But if not, then that's cool. I think we had a great show. I kind of want to wrap it up with a very special farewell. If my son can actually come to the stage, Benjamin. He's got small legs, so it's going to take a while to get over here. But to everybody out there at home, thank you so much for tuning in. We had a great event. Live show. Sit them down here. Come over here, puppies.
Goalkeeper in 2024, 2042.
Alrighty. Well, from the bottom of my heart and from the bottom of my whole family's heart, I just want to say thank you to everybody for coming out here tonight. Everybody who is watching at home right now, who is potentially listening to this post-words. I just want to say thank you so much. This community means the world to me and to all the guys out there as well. Even though I know they couldn't make it, I'm sure they're kicking themselves at home, wishing they were here. So, again, thank you so much. Before I had this little dude, America was my whole world. Now I have a family, and the most beautiful part about it is being able to share these moments with them and like I said, celebrate. So thank you so much to all of you who came out tonight. Thank you so much for everybody listening. And yeah, I'm super excited. Yay! And like I said, yay! All right, then, you guys have a wonderful night. Take care, and as always, Arriba la América. Good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, this was another production of the Eagle Eye Podcast, the #1 source for all things Club America in English. Make sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Eagle Eye Podcast and get all the latest news and coverage. And subscribe to our podcast wherever it is you may listen.